Hey everybody, it's Coach Jan here and welcome to Tai Chi to the People. Today we're going to work on the Tai Chi poem. And this is something that children learn in China, super short. And I love teaching this to help people who may never have done Tai Chi before feel like they know how to do Tai Chi. I think it's really, really important to give a clean and easy access point for someone to feel like they know a form, because forms can be daunting. This is a super short form. You may have seen other videos that I've have of this form, several videos, because my son's been doing it since he was very, very little. I used to go to his pre-K and teach other kids this form. So, but there's density to this, and there's actually 3 different ways that I do this form. And I'll show you the simple way, and then we'll go into the 3 variations of the form so that you can explore on your own. And I highly recommend bringing your own Tai Chi style, whatever that is. I don't know what the specific origins of this particular Tai Chi poem, but I come from Wu style first, and Wu style versus the Yang style that I've experienced from many other people. There's a lot of differences, but you can integrate your differences into this form, your unique Tai Chi perspective into this form. So I highly recommend doing that, and we'll go for it right now. So, see if I can get the full view. I'm just going to push this back a little bit more so you can see my feet, or as much of it as possible. All right, here we go. So you're going to start with the heels together, and the feet will be toes pointing about 45 degrees out. So my heels are together, and I'm going to inhale up, exhale. I'm just softening myself into my stance. My mouth is closed. My tongue is on the ceiling of my mouth. And my little warm-up breath. And now inhaling up, reaching up the center, exhale out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do the Tai Chi poem and talk through it first. I'm going to actually say the poem, and then we'll go into the details of the breathwork visualization. So you have a big watermelon. You cut it in half. You give half to him, but he doesn't want any. So you give half to her, but she doesn't want any. So you eat it all by yourself. Nom, 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 nom. So we've done that in the past. So now we're going to go into the specifics of, and for that poem, look at my other videos. I'll put a little link here. But we're going to go into inhaling up onto the toes, leading with the fingers. And my lower back, I'm allowing that natural curve to move to the whole body. So I'm not tucking in, I'm not straightening up, I'm just very, very natural lifting up. So I'm allowing the natural curve. And then exhale, scooping with the fingertips leading. When you come down, look at my posture here. Boom, we have this. And I have a video with Vintage, one of my students, that we'll put out that shows a lot of the structural integrity here. Just this little, boom, this little reach, like a little ward off, angled downward. So inhaling up, exhale down. And now, if you're going to go to the left side first, you should choose the left leg. Shifting onto the left leg fully. So my weight's here, and then I choose the left leg, spin the fingers. Spin the fingers. Notice that one palm opens, the other fingers reach in, and I inflate the tricep with the inhalation. Boom, right here. And you've seen me do this in combinations for locking somebody's arm. Boom. So here, inhale, reach. Inhale even deeper, and exhale. Notice that my hand and foot are coming out, just so you can see with a better background. And I'm facing forward, middle finger as high as my nose. Inhale in. As I come in, I bring my foot back, and my heels, once again, are touching. My feet are once again 45 degrees out. And I'm in this posture. This little posture, notice that my elbows are up, but not all the way. Not even as high as my shoulder, just coming up a bit. My triceps are inflating a little bit. And I've just redirected some pressure. I'm lifting the forearm with the triceps. And I'm also, could be dropping, softening the pelvis, rotating on the femur. Notice that I'm coming forward a bit. There's a mechanic to this that's really important that you've seen in the push hands. One of the push hands drills we do, push, roll back. Push, roll back. It's that move right here. Someone's pushing my shoulders, I'm rolling their arms up. I'm rolling their arms up, comes around, I drop my level, and I push forward, in and up. So you've seen that before, and now we're bringing a similar mechanic right here. And I step to the left, 45 degrees, and I press with my hands. Exhaling, pushing the breath through my fingertips from the dantian outward, pushing 45 degrees. My hands are going forward, in, and up. If you're teaching this form to anybody that is just a newbie in Tai Chi, it's fine just to push the hands outwards. As a matter of fact, when I warm up in the morning sometimes and I don't have a lot of time to do any of my like more dense Tai Chi, I do this exercise, and that's what I'm actually showing today. So just going the other direction, my right foot out, and bring it in, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. So once again, let's go through that quickly. Inhale, fingers lead, natural curve in the spine. Exhale, fingers scooping around, making like a big watermelon or an ovular shape. Inhale, shifting to my left leg first. Inhale even deeper, right foot comes out and right hand, chopping down, chopping, boom, with the hips, everything at the same time. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, redirecting, step to the left, exhale, push forward, in and up. Inhale. When you inhale and draw back, the palms are like a tray, as if you're drawing, holding a tray. Whatever you've offered, you're taking back, and you shift the weight onto that back right leg. The foot comes in at the very end, and as I shift the weight, bring the foot in, shift the weight, and the hands turn. So I shift the weight from one foot to the other foot, and I turn the arms, getting ready. And notice that as I'm getting ready, martially, I brought something in, almost like I'm covering my face, like I'm boxing. Boom, I'm opening up, getting ready, seeing my opponent, getting ready to do my blast. So I brought the tray in, opened up, uncovered the face, and I line my hands up, at the very least with my shoulders. If you want, you can go lower. Again, bring your Tai Chi style into this. Exhale, pushing forward, in and up. And notice that my foot is 45 degrees, and then my toes 45 degrees, pushing into that angle. And I'm going to a very basic Tai Chi front stance, Yang style front stance, 70% of the weight on the front leg, 30% on the back leg. When I inhale and spin the fingers from the push to the tray again. And I let the breath pull in, drop the hips into the belly, and the breath pulls me back onto the leg. And here, bringing the foot in at the end, and look here, I shift the weight, and I get ready to compress. Compress the breath, exhale, halfway. I don't exhale all the way, I exhale halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way, but you keep some breath inside. Inhale, spin the fingers out, stage 1. Inhale even deeper, stage 2. Exhaling down, all the way out this time. We'll go over that last part again, and we'll strain all together. So that last part, this is your second push. Inhale, pulling back. Inhale even deeper. Notice that as I pull back, step and inhale even deeper. My elbows come up to my shoulder height, sometimes a little above, and exhale, pushing down. When you exhale, push down here, you really want to feel that breath work coming down the hard part of the arm, down the shoulder, down the hard part of the arm, out. And you're doing it on both hands, so they're coming right to each other. Very, very important posture, martially, as you've seen the judo blade that you insert between your hips and the opponent's hips, this little handle. And we've talked about this handle many times, being able to play push hand, grappling, and if you're doing judo, sometimes you'll actually use this blade, create some space, lift your opponent up onto your hips, and toss them down. So this double blade here It's very, very important. You want to be able to feel the strength without a hard flex. It's simply the gentle posture and the exhalation, pushing the chi down the arms, the energy down the arms to help reinforce that shape. Exhaling halfway or 3/4 of the way. And then inhale and spin. This little spin is so important. As a matter of fact, when I'm playing push hands with pretty much with anybody, but especially if I'm playing like a gentleman's game of push hands with somebody, these motions, just that. And I'm inhaling as I'm doing this right now. So I'm inhaling as I'm doing this. I'm pulling the breath in through the thumb into the lower dan qian here. So this is such a powerful posture. Someone grabs my wrist. Sometimes you lead to break the grab, but just these little moments put so much, allow you to demonstrate such great power in a small space. And when you generate great power in a small space with an opponent who's paying attention, you start to control their mind. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's so important to be able to control how your opponent feels or influence them greatly. So put the attention, the emphasis for yourself on this moment right here. And then next time you play push hands with somebody and you're just moving around and someone's sliding their hands down to your wrists, to their hands or on your hands, etc. And you're doing these little motions that a lot of times one can look over. Because look, you have 5 fingers here on this one hand, and the wrist is moving too. So there are many things you could overlook just in this one little moment. When you put emphasis on any one of these fingers, your opponent's going to feel it. When you change your attention from being general attention to being very specific attention, then that's when the tip of any particular finger starts to become very, very prominent, and the structure that you create from that shift in attention becomes prominent. So and therefore you can generate more power in one of these moments because your attention is that much more sharpened. And when you're playing with an opponent like that, and you had to chain these moments together, it really showcases a great amount of power in a small space. And you'll make your opponent a little bit more cautious about the hand posture. They'll probably move the hand up, or they'll slide under, etc. And those are the moments where you start to push up and start to manipulate the body and aim for those holes in their structure. So, slight little tangent, but spinning out. Stage 1. Stage 1 inhalation here, exhale, inhalation, not all the way. And then stage 2, activate the fingertips, leading with the index finger and the middle finger. So here, and now going on to the toes. Exhale, back down, soften. Again, this form can be done so easily and shared so easily, so quickly. You want your students who, for me, I want my students who are not Tai Chi practitioners by upbringing, etc., to feel like they have something. The conversion rate between one of my normal students and someone who becomes like a real expert is, for the most part, very low, because true expertise has to be intrinsically motivated. So I want people who are maybe not going to pursue Tai Chi with the same level of vigor that I've pursued it to still feel great. And so this is a great little form for them to feel great that they've learned some Tai Chi. So here we go. Let's do it again at the simple version. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We'll shift to the left side. Spin the fingers. Inhale even deeper. Exhale, sink and sit, chop. Inhale deep. Rolling up. Shift the weight to the right. Step with the left. Exhale, push. Inhale, draw back. Bring the left foot in. Shift the weight onto the left. Spinning with the right, lifting up. Step with the right. Exhale, push. Inhale, drawing in, holding that tray. Bring the foot in. And as the foot comes down, posture up. Exhale, halfway, 3/4 of the way. Inhale, spinning the thumbs out. Inhale, even deeper with the fingertips. Really feel the stretch, natural curve, the spine elongating, exhaling down. Now let's shift onto the other side. We'll do the same poem, but we'll do it to the other side. And I'll do the poem again so we can all train the recitation. You have a big watermelon. You cut it in half. You give half to her, but she doesn't want any. You give half to him, but he doesn't want any. So you eat it all by yourself. No, 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 no. Great. So now we'll talk through it. The right side. Inhaling up, natural curve in the back. Exhaling, softening the knees. The knees are getting farther apart, almost 45 degrees from each other, as you curve in your little downward ward-offs. Inhale, shifting to the right heel. While I'm in this twist, I feel the imaginary string lifting my head as if my body's dangling, and my spine, I feel the twist, but I feel the alignment, the straightness. So here, that's when my eyes stay forward, whatever forward I defined when I started. Inhale even deeper, the wrist comes up and the toes start to come up with the ankle, and exhale through the toes and the fingertips as you sink and sit. It's again, on the side, exhaling. And notice that exhalation, dropping the hips, sinking. Feel all that happening at once. Middle finger as high as the nose. Inhale, draw the foot in. And as you draw in, notice that I'm defending, but I'm defending aggressively. So my aggressive defense is eating space while you're defending. So I'm defending, rolling the posture up, the pressure up off my shoulders with my forearms. But notice that I'm coming forward. My weight is shifting to the balls of my feet, from the heel, ball of the foot, big toe here. Boom. And then I shift, open up, step with my right. Shifting onto my left, step with my right, 45 degrees, exhale, push. And that push that I'm doing right here is a very basic push. So when we can go, and you can go in whatever direction you want with your Tai Chi training. This push here, I would probably never really do with two hands at this point in the development of my push hands game. So this is just very, very simple, meaning that it's straight from my shoulders back. It's nice in the morning when I'm in a rush, etc. But the reality is that if I truly want the mechanical push, where the physical mechanics of my Tai Chi are the most applicable to push hands or to really any manipulation of weight of an opponent, then I have to be a little bit more precise. So here, there's precision here, and even in this move, sometimes I'll just do it up here, and it's nice, but it's not really martial because I'm not adjusting my body for the aggressive defense that we were just talking about. So in a similar way, if I step here 45 degrees, if you want this to be more martial, I highly recommend dropping the hips or even dropping the hands to the solar plexus and pushing forward in and up. The hips are going up with the fingertips, boom, pushing out. And the chest, the shoulder blades are going inward, so that even if the chest is rolling back a little bit, the shoulders are going forward. So you really want all of that pressure going forward. You don't want the top going forward, unless you were doing Wu style. It's a different mechanic. Hips are going forward and the shoulder blades are going forward. Boom, everything. So again, adapt this to your martial mechanics. But if you just want to teach it simply, 45 degrees, exhale, pushing from the shoulders to the palms. Inhale, drawing in. Step back, step out, 45 degrees, exhale, pushing from the shoulders to the palms. If you want to just do the simple version. And the simple version is nice. Feels like a nice little stretch. Inhale, drawing in. Arms coming up, exhale down. Not all the way, remember, halfway or 3/4. Inhale, lead with the thumbs, stage 1. Inhale, stage 2. Index and middle fingers activate, drawing the color in like you're sucking the breath through the fingers. You have nostrils on your fingertips, coming down into the lower dantian, both sides. Inhaling up. And here you should really start to feel a stretching up. My intention is for every vertebrae to get farther away from the other as I stretch up. Not hard, meaning that I'm pushing my muscles hard, reaching out super hard, but it's just intentional. My intention is to reach through these curves in my body, not straighten my arms, but reaching through the curves, extending as much as I can with minimal effort. And exhale, sink onto the heels. And I reestablish that natural curve in the spine. So let's do it again, and we'll go into the other 2 variations for this as well. The Tai Chi reverse breathing variation and an AUM variation that I've been working on, which I love. So let's go for this. We'll do the standard one first. No, as a matter of fact, we'll do the poem again first, and on the other side, we'll do the standard breath. So we'll do each side. And for each one of these, do each side. But of course, if you're teaching this to somebody or you're just learning it yourself, one side is just fine. Okay, go standard side, starting with the left. You have a big watermelon. Cut it in half. Give half to her, but she doesn't want it. So you give half to him, but he doesn't want it. So you eat it all by yourself. Nom, 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 nom. Notice that I say her on the left side for the yin side, him on the yang side, the right side, the masculine and feminine. So now let's do the same thing except on the right side, and we'll do it with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling. Create the structure, shift to the right. I'm sorry, shift to the left. Inhale, spinning, up, exhale. I apologize. It's shift to the right. So let's start again. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale, shift to the right. Spinning with the left arm. Exhale, chopping out. Inhale, drawing in. Defend. Step to the right. Exhale, pushing out. Inhale, drawing in. Bring the foot in. Step left. Exhale. Inhale, drawing in. Exhale down. Inhale with thumb. And then inhale even deeper with the fingertips. Exhaling down. Great. Now, reverse breathing version. This version is modeled after Grandmaster William C.C. Chen's reverse breathing Tai Chi. And I've said this for like the last several months because someone reached out to me on Facebook from, I think, Germany. I forgot specifically where, but we had a long discussion about Grandmaster William C.C. Chen's reverse breathing and if it was similar to reverse breathing of a different kind where you inhale and pull rather than expand the lower dantian, you inhale and pull the lower dantian in. So that is also known as reverse breathing. So we came up with a different terminology, and I keep forgetting what it is. So I will update this. I'll make a bigger video that talks about the clarification. We're always working on clarifying the lexicon. So because this is this, this is not that. And if this becomes that, then we start to water down the clarity of what we're doing and our ability to distribute the information with clear direction to others so that others can build upon the foundation that we have been able to clarify ourselves. So I'm a big proponent of clear lexicon. As you guys know, the language that we use is very, very important. And so I'm going to call it reverse breathing right now, but we will change that. So here we go. The reverse breathing version of the Tai Chi Poem. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Nothing changes here. Except with Grandmaster William C.C. Chen's reverse breathing, there's the concept of going to sleep on the exhalation and waking up with the inhalation every single time you do it. You go to sleep, you wake up every single time. And now there's a specific martial value to that, because when you're dropping down and letting all of your weight drop into the ground or into your opponent with intentional direction, and then you wake up, it's like bouncing a ball. So you drop down and you wake up in a particular direction. And that bounce is always very, very powerful. And this is part of the reason I think it's this core mechanic. This is one of the core mechanics that really made the Grandmaster William C.C. Chen school so formidable. And that's why I knew of their stories when I was a child and looked at them as the evil empire until I got recruited into their school. So this is really, really valuable. Let's go over it. Inhaling up, exhale like you're going to sleep. And as you go to sleep, that means you're softening. The mechanic associated with it is softening, pelvis rotating on the femur, soften the groin. So as you go to sleep, you soften the groin. And the weight shifts from the heels to the ball of the foot and the big toe. You always catch yourself as you're going to sleep with the big toe, which means you press your big toes into the ground. And now we're going to do this on the side that we're shifting our weight to. So inhaling up, starting again, exhaling down, going to sleep, falling asleep, soften the groin, pelvis rotates on the femur, falling forward, but I'm going to fall forward into my left foot. So from the both heels into the left ball of the foot and the left big toe. The second I feel that big toe, I wake up, and I wake up with the inhalation. So I'm going down and I inhale and I right here, expand, inflate the tricep and spin index, middle finger, thumb into the palm. So let's do that again. Inhaling up, exhale, go to sleep into the left foot, ball of the foot. Big toe, inhaling up. So now I have my posture, this one move, this little crank. Remember, if someone gives you an underhook and hooks your arm, this is part 2 of the combo to get their arm off of you. Underhook one way, they try to escape, boom, underhook the other way, and you whip their arm around. So this is the whip the arm around part. And I'll put a link to the combination that does this in the video right up here. You'll see it in a second over there. Okay, starting again. Inhale up, exhale. Falling asleep into the left foot. Big toe, inflate the right tricep and spin the fingers. And now exhale softly. Exhaling and the hand and foot position. So just so you can see this from the side. Inhale up, exhale down, fall asleep. Inhale up, exhale softly. It's like I'm going to sleep and bringing my hand and foot out just a bit. And then I finish by waking up and expanding the toe, leading with the toe and the fingers. So again, starting, inhaling up, exhale down, go to sleep. Into the left foot, inhaling up, exhaling. Softly, it's like water, softly sliding my hand into position and my foot into position. And then inhale, expand, create the structure. My structure's out. Structure out. I'm not doing it hard like that, but the reason if you see me ever demonstrate like this, because I want to clarify the level, clarify strength. We are using, this should feel like a strong shape that you've created, but you're not getting there like this. You're letting it evolve with the breath. Gently. Evolving with the breath. Great. So now we're here and exhale, go to sleep again. And this you can feel really lends itself to the mechanic that we were talking about in the previous version, where you're aggressively defending. So I'm rolling pressure off my shoulders while going to sleep into the balls of my feet. So the heels, balls of the feet. So here I am. Notice that I'm forward, that my back, my pelvis rotates on my femur, my back is angled toward downward. I'm eating some space. And from here, I'm going to step with my shift the weight to the right leg, step my left, and then go down even more, exhaling out, out, falling asleep even more. Think of that as a two-stage exhalation. Now look at my fingers. As I fall asleep, my fingers are lining up to point toward my target. And I inhale, wake up. This is the reverse breathing Grandmaster Chen style of breath work. My hands, if I had an opponent here and my arms, my hands were touching their arm, left arm and right arm, or right arm and left arm, my hands are on their biceps, and my fingers then energize and slide up to their shoulders to lift and roll their shoulders over their hips so they have nowhere to fall. They have to bring their hips back and give up space, or they fall over their own hips and give up space. So that's why we do that. And here we go again. Let's start from the beginning and we'll get right to it. Pretty short form, so it's always easy to get back to these points, but there's all these details. And again, all we're doing is the same mechanic over and over. Go to sleep, wake up. Exhale, go to sleep, inhale, wake up. That's what the reverse breathing version of this does. Inhaling up, feeling energized, exhaling, going to sleep. Into the left foot. Catch yourself with the big toe and energize the right arm. Exhale, sliding the right hand into place. Rather than chopping it out, you're sliding it small into your body, and then you inhale, inflate, reach out. Exhale, going to sleep, redirecting. Shift the weight to the right leg and step. Exhale even deeper, falling down from the right hip. Notice that it falls into the left groin, down the leg. The pressure goes down to the heel, ball of the foot. Inhale up, big toe, and you're waking up. And now exhaling into the right leg and release the left hip. Inhaling up, exhale. Notice that I'm releasing the left hip. My toes stay down. I'll get back up so you guys can see. My feet stay flat so that my toe is not lifting up like this with the heel down, like it is in this posture. My toe is on the ground. So my weight is not fully transferred to this back leg. There's still some on this front leg. Very, very important. While there's some on this front leg, notice what's happening to the hip. I'm just changing the angle so you guys can see with the background of the lighting. So here, the hip is melting away, causing a windup on the other side. The melt away causes a windup. Very important concept. So we'll bring it back again to the beginning, and we'll get to that part. Inhaling up, exhale, go to sleep. Inhale to the left, exhale. Inhale, inflate, exhale, go to sleep. Redirect. Exhale even deeper, falling down to that front left leg as you step, inhaling up. As you inhale up, remember the fingers lead, the triceps inflate. I'm saying remember like I said that before. I didn't say that. Now I'm saying it. Inhaling, the triceps inflate. Notice that it's very different than the palm press. The palm press is exhale, pushing forward and out, and pushing the chi down the arms. We're doing very much the opposite here. This reverse breathing, we're inhaling now as if there are nostrils on each fingertip. Thumb, index, middle finger, and then thumb, index, and middle finger, and inhaling up. And from the front, I'll just show you how it looks. Inhaling up. Just inflating, you're inflating and inhaling into the shape, the structure that you've created. That's the William C.C. Chen way of doing the form. And so now we're going to exhale, release, and let that left hip melt away. And then notice that it causes the windup. And now we're going to inhale and turn around. So here we go. Exhale with the windup. Notice how the fingers drop down. Inhale. And this inhalation, this time, is going to be into the chest, the middle dantian, rather than the lower dantian. This is, of course, an advanced detail, but it's an important detail. So exhaling down, inhale. I'm inhaling all on this level. this level of my body, creating this structure and this shape. Notice that my fingers are almost like a diamond here, reaching in, and I'm creating, reinforcing this structure with my breath. So exhale, falling asleep, inhaling up. And I step and bring the feet together, and I release, bring the feet together, and the second they come together, I release on the other side. I'm starting to exhale, and I step and I exhale even deeper, stage 2 exhalation. I start falling down. So I've cranked my opponent. They've stepped. This is the practical application. Someone grabs, boom, you make them step, and then you drop down in front of them because they're going to brace themselves. As they're bracing themselves, I'm dropping and I'm bracing myself lower, and then I'm going to bounce up and push them out the other direction. Very strategic stuff. I love Grandmaster OEMCC Transform because it is so practical. It is so aware of the basic reactions of an opponent. Those basic reactions, since they are basic, you can build strategy around someone's basic reactions. And that is so, so powerful. I'm always enthralled by that. So let's bring it back to the beginning, and we'll get to that point again. Inhaling up, exhaling down, go to sleep. It's the left foot. Inhaling up, exhaling, the hand slides out very gently, or slides into position. Here, notice that. Look how tight that is. Tight meaning small space, not tight as in flexed. So inhaling, exhale. Look at that. Super, super small space. My elbow's here, my foot's here, and then inhale, boom. That's how we come forward in that first part. Exhaling. Step with left foot, fall asleep. Inhaling up. Dantian. Exhale. Left hip melts. Winding up and inhaling into the middle Dantian, to the heart. Bring the foot in at the apex of the inhalation, and exhale, step 45 degrees and step into it. Exhale even deeper too. And now inhaling up. This is the bounce right here. We drop down, inhale up. And exhale, shifting onto the back leg. Notice this right hip melts away. So we're 45. Exhale. Melts away. Inhaling up, up, up into this middle dantian, into the heart chakra. And step the foot. And notice that we are back where we exhale halfway or 3/4 of the way. Inhale, stage 1. Even deeper, stage 2. And exhaling down. So that was the reverse breathing version. And we only did it on one side, the left side. So we'll do it again on the left side, then we'll do it on the right side. We'll do it a little bit quickly because we only have a few minutes left. And then we'll finish off with a taste of the AUM version. And I'm experimenting with this. I'll talk about why in a moment. So, reverse breathing. Inhaling up. Exhale. Go to sleep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Go to sleep. Sleep even deeper. Inhale, expand up. Exhale, left hip melts away. Inhale into the heart chakra. Step. Exhale, falling asleep. So it's step, step. Bring the left foot in, and then right foot out. Falling asleep. Inhale, bouncing up. Exhale. Melt the right hip. Inhale. As you melt the right hip, most of the weight's on the left foot, and you're going to feel ball foot, big toe on the left foot. Press that big toe into the ground on the left foot to activate like a button the inhalation into the heart chakra. So I'm pressing on this leg and allowing, as I'm coming up, I'm feeling the wrapping of the muscle, the muscle, the spiraling and uncoiling of the muscle here. And as I come back, I bring this other foot in, exhale down. I might release this other foot just to make an adjustment so that they're both 45 degrees. Inhale, thumbs out. Inhale even deeper. Exhaling down. Now we'll do it the other direction. Inhaling up, natural curve in the spine. Onto my toes. Go onto your toes. Exhale. Sink to the heels, and then soften the groin into my right leg, the ball of the foot. Big toe, inhalation. Big toe is the button. Remember, it starts the inhalation. The second you feel that pressure, you don't catch yourself with the big toe. You should fall forward, but you don't fall forward because you catch yourself with the big toe, which starts your inhalation. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left foot back in. Shift the weight. Step to the right. Exhaling deeper, going to sleep. Inhale, bouncing up. Just so you guys can see, here's how subtle and how important the fingers are. Exhale, going down. Inhale. Inhale, going up. So these fingers should look like they're floating. Notice the emphasis on these three fingers. And notice that when this spins, this inflates the tricep. So nostrils on the fingertips. Triceps fill up like balloons. Lower dantian becomes full. In that order. Here. And then exhale, soften the hip. Feel the wind up on the left side. The right melts, the left winds up. Big toe, the left foot, presses into the ground. Inhale into the middle dantian. Step with the right foot, meaning bring it closer. And that activates your other step to the left. So the right came in. My inhalation stops. And my exhalation begins here. Into the left foot. All the way down. You want to feel, remember, this, notice that my hips look a little locked here. So I have to soften even more so that the right hip falls into the left groin. Right hip, left groin. Right there. And that's how you know you're getting that spiraling down into the heel, ball of the foot, big toe presses you, activates the inhalation up. Exhale, left hip, spiraling, right? Inhaling up, up, up. And bring the foot in. And that starts your readjustment. So the foot comes in and exhale. Halfway or 3/4 of the way. Inhale. Remember the exhalation here is exhale, falling asleep. Inhale. Look at that. Inhalation with the thumbs. Inhale even deeper. Exhaling down. Do one more time on the right side, since we have not done much of this. Again, reverse breathing, going toward the, starting with the right side. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Fall asleep. Spin the left arm. Exhale. Inhale. Expand. Exhale. Go to sleep. Both feet in. Step with the right. Exhale even deeper. Dropping down. Inhale, wake up. Exhale. Soften the right hip. Inhale to the heart. Foot comes in and exhalation begins as you go to sleep into the right hip into left groin. Inhaling up. Exhale, soften the left hip. Inhaling. Back to center. Exhale. Slightly falling forward. Inhale, catch yourself, big toes, thumbs, fingers. Exhaling down. And finally, the Om version. Why would we do an Om version? Well, first of all, most people say Om, but they don't say Om properly. As a matter of fact, it wasn't until last year that I found data, multiple data points on this specific way to say Om. And I've been meditating since childhood. I grew up in a family doing this. So for me not to have this information, or to have had access to the information but not been clarified that it exists and that it's important, to me it was a big deal. I was like, oh my God, how did I miss this? And how come no one, my mother, my father, how come no one told me, hey, there's a very particular way you say Om? And And remember, when like there's a very particular way, quotations around that. There are many ways to say it, but when it comes to like Vedic science, let's talk about that just for a moment. When it comes to like ancient ecosystems and the density of wisdom that has been cultivated for eons, I think it's really, really important to allow that to lead you. And that's what I do for myself. I'm like, okay, let me listen to you while I do my own experiments, because obviously you've had more time under the pressure of the practice. So I think that too much acceptance without your own testing leads to just a lack of practicality. Leads to dogma without the realistic application. So that's part of the reason that I approach Tai Chi the way I do, because I'm like, hey, you know what? Like we have to advance the art, because oftentimes the dogma creates a stagnation. So I always want to see advancement for people in their practical lives. So the reason I'm working on this with the perspective of this Om, the concept of the Om is that you inhale the sound of A. You inhale Om, not OM, but AUM. The proper spelling of Om is AUM. And it's connected to Amen. It's connected to Allah. It's connected to all these, across cultures, there are primordial sounds. And these primordial sounds, being that all things are made of vibration, have very particular impact on the body, mind, spirit, our reality, our environment, etc. So super important stuff to pay attention and do your own research into sound and vibration, and how an art like Tai Chi can help you connect with the vibrations in your body, the vibrations of the environment around you. And even from push hands, I love the sport of push hands. I excel in the sport of push hands, or have excelled in the sport of push hands, because of sensitivity drills that make me more sensitive to vibration and allow me to strategically plan around somebody else's reactions and the vibrations that I'll be feeling and can instigate. All that said, so that we can get right back to this Om version. With an Om, a proper Om, I'll do one right now. I'll make a specific video on this later. You inhale the sound of A into the belly, and you let the sound of A, you're not making a sound. You're imagining the sound, imaging the sound of A, filling up the body to the throat. It comes up to the throat, and you push out a U sound. And then when you finish the U sound, the M sound starts to land in the heart chakra. So you go from the base all the way up as you inhale the A. No sound is made, only the vibration of the A is felt. When you say the U, it pushes out the throat. So you're having tension on the throat chakra, shooting that sound and vibration outward. And then when you finish, the M sound lands in the heart. And here's how it looks and feels, and you can experiment with it yourself. Om. Okay, so once again, I'll do this, but now I'll do it with the shapes, and I'll use my hand to showcase where the intention and where the shape of the sound is. Remember, we're talking about vibration in a shape. Every thought has shape, color, size, etc. These are like ancient. Swami Shivananda talks about this in his amazing book called Thought Power that I highly recommend you get. It's my first gift to most people. It's an amazing book. But we're going to inhale the A, and I'm going to show that my hand as I inhale coming up with the A sound. I'll make this little shape right here, a little A. Look at that. Why not? I'll do a little A sound coming up. I'll do the U sound going out, and then the M sound coming in. I'll make this little sound for that. And we'll do that and then shift to the actual form while we're doing it with every single breath. So that's the reason we're taking this little break, so that you can get the foundation of the Om before we integrate it into the form. And we'll talk about why in a second as well. So here's the A. fills up, U shoots out, M comes back in and lands. The M is described as a plane landing in the runway of the heart. So it's like a plane coming in for landing. Every time I hear a plane going overhead in the morning, it reminds me to say my ohms. So now, why would I do this in a form? Well, the concept is that I want to be so sensitive to my environment that I can feel the vibrations I'm putting out in the walls, in the floors. I've talked about push hands drills that we've done in the past, solo person drills. So when you're walking the streets, you feel the heel, bald foot, big toe ripples in the ground. Very, very important. Wonderful training if you're preparing for a competition. Every step, heel, bald foot, big toe, heel, bald foot, big toe. If you're a New Yorker like myself, and you walk a lot, and you walk fast and strong, like myself in New York, and you do this every single step, it becomes really an amazing walking meditative experience, but you're really training yourself for being super sensitive to an opponent in the ring. And every time they step, you're listening for that heel, ball, foot, big toe. And they're probably not even aware of it. They might be stepping flat-footed, etc. And you'll be able to tell the difference as you're doing this stuff. If you've ever done, meditation or yoga or your Tai Chi in a quiet room, and then you hear like a little bug, just walking on the floor, and you look and you see it, they're super small, but you can feel and hear them. Like, if you've ever had that experience, it's an awesome and amazing experience. You feel like you're in a kung fu movie. And that's because this stuff is real. And your ability to be sensitive to the vibrations in your environment are real. And the more you refine and sharpen this stuff, the better you get at it, because that's what happens when you do anything over time. Just get better at it. So here we're going to do the same Tai Chi poem, but we're going to do it with the ohms. And we're going to do it with the concept of filling the A up every breath, pushing the U out, not just through the mouth, but through the fingertips, the palms, through the limbs completely into the environment, and feel the environment vibrating with that U sound. And then when you inhale, pull everything, that M sound that lands in the heart, pull it from the entire environment. More specifically, you're pulling from your awareness of the environment. That means that if my awareness is on the wall, or it's on the window, or if I've expanded my own awareness to feel the wall and the window at the same time, then when I pull that M in, I pull the M in from the wall and the window at the same time into my heart. Okay? And if it's your wall, the window, the couch, the TV, all that stuff, and you can feel it all at once, good for you. You're expanding your awareness. That's awesome. So as much as you can take, and you have to work at your own pace, as much as you can feel in your environment when you push that U out, bring back into the heart. And there are many layers to this. I'm still experimenting with this myself, but there's many, I'm sure many even deeper layers. But let's go for it together, and we'll do it twice before we finish up. So we're going to inhale up the A sound. And then the U. Now the M. The M is right here toward the end of a movement. You're going to use that M. Inhaling the A. So notice that my exhalation, this is the big difference in this version, is that my exhalation it's not that I'm moving inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. That was the first version. Then we did the reverse breathing where we flipped that. And now we're doing something where one move, the inhalation and exhalation that might have been on the previous versions, are going to happen within the same breath, meaning that the U's coming out, and then we're finishing we're starting the next move. We're doing another move as we're finishing the U, and the M is we're finishing the M landing in the heart. So where you see that is inhale A, exhale U, and you're still exhaling as the M comes in. You'll see what I mean as we continue. So start again. Inhale the A. You. Inhale the A. You. Notice the M is pulling us back. And then we step and inhale. Now we're inhaling the A as we step 45 degrees to the left. And now the U. So the M brought us back. Inhaling the A as I bring the foot in. And as I step, I'm finishing the inhalation of the A, all of it's full. And I push the U out. Inhaling the A as I posture up. And push the U down. Remember, only 3/4 of the way. Inhale, spin the A out. Even deeper with the A. Big, big breath. And then. When you finish with the M, you might feel a little chattering in your teeth, meaning that you feel some vibration in the teeth. That's okay, and that's good. So, a family once taught me that a family from India once taught me the value of the teeth, feeling the teeth vibrate, and know that the brain is vibrating as well, kind of giving the brain a bit of a massage through the vibration. So it's good to feel that. We're going to do it one more time on the right side. And again, notice that the difference, that it's really valuable to have your Tai Chi form for you to be able to do the same motions or similar motions with different rhythms. And today we've done 3 different breathing mechanics that have 3 systems of thought associated with them, but also just help to train you with breaking your own rhythm within the same set of movements. Very, very valuable, because it makes you that much more nimble in being able to accomplish the goal of redirecting pressure toward the desired point, whether that's a person or a situation. And so this is just a really, really valuable process, which you can do for any set of movements, etc. Even if it's just the jab cross. How many different ways can you throw jab cross? You know, we've talked about that in the past. You know, this is the reverse breathing away. Some people throw that jab, and some people spin the arm and corkscrew the arm out that way. There's so many different ways to throw your jab cross. So here's the Tai Chi Poem, multiple ways to do it. Let's go for it one more time. Right, we're going to go to the right. We're going to use the inhaling up, big breath. I will say, when you have the M, when the M starts to hit, you start to feel the landing. That's when I use that as an opportunity to make adjustments and check in with my internal body mechanics. So I might be saying the M and really softening tension, unnecessary tension in different parts of the body, so I can really feel myself settling in. We push the vibration out, we're bringing it back to us, and we're making sure that we have minimal effort and maximum result in our internal sensitivity and our ability to realign before setting up the next move. So I highly recommend doing it in that order. Your Tai Chi poem, just saying it to yourself, saying it to other people, doing it with your students or just yourself, and just feeling good about it. And then starting to deepen it with very particular breath work, doing your standard breath work of the exhalation out and the inhalation in, drawing it in, and finishing the form, trying it with the reverse breathing. But the reverse breathing really is its own ecosystem. So if you haven't done reverse breathing before, Grandmaster William C.C. Chad's, I've only ever experienced it from him and his students. If you've never experienced these before, at the very least, look up the different videos on my channel that explore that. There are some of his other students. Nils is one of them from Germany. Of course, Irving Yi, who's spectacular. Calum Douglas Reed, Calum, one of my former teammates. Irving and Calum are my former teammates. Of course, if you find anything from Josh, which I don't think you'll find anything outside of my channel on him doing his form. I'm not even sure if I posted that yet. If I haven't posted Josh's form, I will post it. But Daniel Kaufman as well, my assistant coach. So that these folks who have achieved very high levels of accolades in the Tai Chi World Cup and push hands, they're very, very great at the reverse breathing form. Then, of course, the OM. Do the OM stuff if it resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, that's fine. But I do recommend recognizing that even your silent breath is a vibration. It is causing a vibration as you inhale. It's causing a vibration as you exhale. And the more aware you are of those vibrations in yourself and with others, even if it's just as simple as breathing, you can time movements around your opponent's inhalations and exhalations, which we've talked many, many times. And how deep can you go with that? How deep can you go with the recognition that a vibration motivated or catalyzes reaction and is catalyzed by something? And how can you take as much of a strong position with that awareness as possible? And that is the motivation behind the OM, being able to push your vibration out, making a sound, feeling the sound resonate in an environment. Obviously, you can program that sound for yourself with good intentions. You can say, hey, you know, every time I say OM, I want it to uplift my environment. You can do all that stuff. There's all these layers to it. But at the end, you want to feel the vibrations, and then you want to centralize those vibrations in your body, in with your alignment. So I hope this was helpful for you guys today. Let's stretch up. Inhaling up, fingers to the back wall, chest to the ceiling, hips forward, weight on the toes. Exhale, butt back, fingers forward. Soften the knees, inhaling up. Fingers back, chest up, hips forward, weight on the toes. Exhale, butt back, fingers forward. Soften the knees, one more time. Inhaling up, fingers back, chest up, hips forward, weight on the toes, and butt back, fingers. And from here, we're going to do something a little new. This may not be new to you, but I don't really ever do this. But I was with Ben Sanchez this weekend, who's amazing. I should have told Mark, I should have told you about, I got all nicely cracked up by Ben, who did Tai Chi bone setting, one of 8 people in the world who does this. And I highly recommend, find Ben. I'll put a link to him. I'll put a video out with him that I did this weekend too. But anyway, just rocking back and forth. Notice that my hands are just going to rock just a little bit. Very, very gentle. Brushing the floor, brushing the floor, brushing the floor. And then I'm going to flatten my back and roll the shoulders. Shake the shoulders out. Back flat like a table. Straight line from the top of the head to the tailbone. And then I'm going to Wu style, shake the arms out. Let them swing, let them naturally come back to relax and still. And now I'm going to stay here and I'm going to swing and chop the thigh, behind the thigh, and in front of the thigh. Swing from one side, the shin and behind the thigh. So I'm going to chop, 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 chop. So here we go. And just feel the stretch. Chopping, 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 chopping. And really open up, loosen the lower back. This has been very helpful for me healing. And there's Ben sent this to me from a well-known Chinese Tai Chi Qigong master. And it's really helpful. So exhale, drop the butt, inhale, lift the wrist, exhale out, inhale, draw in, exhaling down, inhaling up. Exhale, white light down the legs. Inhaling up onto the toes to your left side. Exhale, white light down the leg. Inhaling, breath into the wrists, body, toes to the right side. Exhale down the leg. Inhaling up over the head, down the back. Exhaling down. And chopping up. Off the inside. Down the left side. Off the inside. Down the side. Over the shoulders. Down the back. Inhaling up. Ocean of blood returns to the source. Exhale, fingers float down. 2 more. Just the fingertips. Rub the hands together. Exhale through from the palms into the chest and tap around pectoral major, perimeter of the muscle. And then massage into the muscle, into the lymph nodes, really aiming. Get as deep as you can. And then floating rib up. Again. Other side. Again. Praying fist on floating rib. Just above the end. The solar plexus begins. So you can even cut a little line there. Just, that feels nice, that's a little massage. And then go up a rib or 2. And gentle with that crane fist. On the floating ribs. And then 4 fingers on the sternum for the immune system. U shape, either side of the collarbone. Hook. Squeeze. For the hormones, other side, hook. And then thumb. And the earlobe, side around. Sleep. Immune system again, up, over, down, under. Very strong pressure. Look up from the collarbone to the chin. For the reproductive organs, you look up, soften all the way through the reproductive organs, and take the palm and go up. Strong pressure. Back in the neck. Massage. Here and up. And then reverse the circles from the kidneys, down the lower back, the hip line, back up. Up on the face, to the side, up to the side, to the side, up to the side, release. And then fingers to the scalp, front to back, back to front. Front to back, back to front. Massage the scalp, front to back, back to front. And tapping, slapping, front to back, back to front. Hollow fist, gentle banging, front to back to front. Grab the scalp, knead it like that. 1, 2, 3.
Next one. Great. Next one. Great. And next. And reverse. 2, 3. Next. And the next. And you really want to stretch, not just the skin, or even just the muscle underneath, but the bone itself. All the bones that make up the skull that are fused together, you want to give them a little stretch because they stretch every time you talk. They stretch just a bit. So just be very intentional about moving the awareness through the scalp, through the skull. And then 4 fingers at the top of the forehead. 1, 2, and reverse it. Temples. And reverse it. And eyebrows. 1, 2, 3. Bridge of nose. Side of the nose. Underneath. Nails in the groove between the eyeball and the bone. Tap around. Next circle wider. Next circle wider. On the eyeballs themselves, gentle rubbing. And reverse it. Close your eyes and gentle massage on the eyeballs. And then for the heart, middle finger, switch. Top and bottom, switch. Sides. On the gums, butt teeth. And below on the sides. And tongue. And reverse it. Flick the fingers. Thumbs. Press and hold. You want to give the full experience here for your massage, self-massage. And circles around. Each circle gets bigger and bigger. Top and bottom of the thumb and sides. Top and bottom and sides. Top and bottom and sides. Top and bottom and sides. Top and bottom. Massage the sides. And then switch sides. Press and hold. And drill. 1, 2, 3. And tap. 1. Second circle bigger. 2. Third circle bigger. 3. Top and bottom. And sides. 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 And then 1, 2, 3, and grab 1, 2. And close the eyes. Inhale, white light. In a similar fashion, talked about the white light pushing the vibration with the sound ah through the bone marrow. Same concept, gaining more control and more awareness of what's happening inside your body. So let's inhale white light into the belly. And spread it to the whole body with the sound ah. Try to really feel the vibrations going in and soften any parts that feel locked or unnecessarily tense. Inhale, white light from the toes to the top of the head. Exhale, roll it down head to heels with the sound Inhale, white light up the left side. Exhale, roll it down the right side. Inhale, white line to the belly. Exhale, push it down the legs into the ground. Let it come back up and around like a fountain in reverse. Inhale deep with the body. One more breath. White light. And exhale, push it to the top of the head. Let it surround the body. And again, big bubble around you of light. Really just feel that vibration. It's expanding out the sound. I have gratitude for the body, the space that you're in, the good people in your life. Thank you so much. If you ever have a thought, question, or idea, I am Coach Jan once again, and feel free to put them in the comments or reach out directly. You can always find me on janstaichi.com or at Jan's Tai Chi on pretty much every platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all of those, Facebook. And
patreon.com/Jan's Tai Chi if you want to support the channel. That's always super helpful and will help make more detailed videos. So please consider. And I love you guys, and more videos soon. I still have a backlog of very large back catalog coming to you that's already uploaded to YouTube. I just have to schedule them and name them and put some nice thumbnails and things like that. So more to come. And Mark, I love you so much. Mark is here, doing training with us. I'm gonna press stop right now, guys, but I'll see you very, very soon.